Hello everyone, my name is Vishudeja and I am studying at Power Engineering College, studying at third year CSE department. Now I am going to talk about a great leader, Lal Bahadur Shastri. He was the second Prime Minister of India. He was born on 2nd October 1904, just after 35 years of the Gandhiji birthday. He just didn't follow his birthday, he followed his principles too. He was short, just 5 feet tall, but not short-sighted. Actually, his name was Lal Bahadur. Shastri came later. Shastri means scholar. He completed his degree in Kashi Vignapeth in ethics and philosophy and won a scholar. When he was the transport minister in UP, he introduced more women in the textile industries. He said, why can't women have equal rights to men? He introduced female conductors in the government buses. His lot of speeches were about fight against injustice and to end caste-based discrimination. He was a man with power who never misused his power. When his son uses the government car for his personal purposes, he calculated the fare and paid from his own pocket. Really, no one is there like Shastriji. But why? Who is going to ask him? Who is going to look at him? Who is going to say he is doing wrong? But he knew he was wrong. He questioned himself and his ethics were looking at him. In 1964, he became the second Prime Minister of India when we needed him the most. In 1965, we were war against Pakistan. That time he realized that it was not time to talk. At that time, Pakistan men and weapons were more mightier than us. So he kept the Gandhiji inside him aside and did what he had to do. He gave full freedom to the Indian military, and Indian military did the thing which they do the best. He introduced the white revolution, the production of milk. He introduced the green revolution to increase the production of food grains including wheat and rice. He introduced the slogan Jai Jawan Jai Kisan because he knows the soldiers and the farmers are the two crucial pillars of our country, and he gave the status what they deserved. Till now it was okay. Then what happened next? The person who introduced white revolution, green revolution, fought against Pakistan and brought peace to us and signed an agreement, and actually he did. And suddenly there was no inquiry happened at him. But why? When a reporter asked Indira Gandhi about the inquiry on Shastriji's death, the Indira Gandhi told the inquiry is not necessary. But why? In all records, it was mentioned that Shastriji died by heart attack, but few facts tell that there was a possibility of a murder. It was the time of Cold War, when Russian government and USA government were fighting to increase their influence in all over the world. At that time, Russia wanted to bring peace to the whole country, whole world. To prove that, Russia called Shastriji and Pakistan Ayub Khan to Takshir. In Takshir, they had agreement that they will stop the fire, they will stop the fight, and stand and men will be standing at the same position which they were at the 5th August 1965. Okay, Shastriji accepted so that we can bring peace to our country, and he signed the agreement. The next day of his agreement, he died by a heart attack. Really, it is a heart attack or it is a murder. In a book named Prime Minister Was Dead, in that book, it was mentioned three theories. First theory was CIA murdered Shastriji so that Takshit Accords failed. Second thing, Russian government killed Shastriji by giving poison. Third thing, our own government killed Shastriji for our own gains. Here, which is truth, which is lies, we don't know. But there are few unsolved mysteries which we didn't get the answer till now. First one. By post-mortem, we can reveal the truth. Russian government were ready to do the post-mortem, but our own government told not to do post-mortem. But why? When Shastriji were brought to the India, at that time, in Shastriji body, few marks like blue marks and black marks were mentioned. Like something blue and black ink was injected in his body, and the cap which he weared was filled with blood. Really, it looked like a heart attack? I don't think so. Third one, the cook who cooked for Shastriji had an inquiry by Russian government, but our own government don't want to reveal what was happened at the inquiry. Why? requested our own government to bring the official death records of the Shastri ji under the Act of Right to Information. But our own government told that to maintain international relationship, the records were hidden confidentially. What are there in that records? Truth lies in some documents and files, but our own government don't want to reveal them. Finally, Shastri ji was a person who lived just less than two years as a prime minister and had a suspicious death. If we had him the longer, our economy will be very strong. But he was no more. But I want his principles, his ideas to live forever and give birth to someone who follows his principles and bring our country a bright future. Jai Hind.